This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.
Hashtag no music, no intro. And right off the bat, Ryan, I gotta clear my chest, bro. So my chest, gotta clear it.
Clear it up.
You tell me that Dan fucking Arnold in a third rounder gets you a number 9 cornerback that was drafted last year?
Yo.
Dan Arnold, Ryan, undrafted free agent. The Jags could have signed him.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. Oh, man. How has C.J. Henderson done this year? I don't even know. Jags been terrible, so.
Obviously not that great.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing, if you read, our dude John Shipley at Sports Illustrated Maven, who covers the Jags, I think they just seen we drafted Tyson Campbell in the second round, high draft pick from Georgia. He's just gonna get these snaps, and let's get C.J. Henderson out of here. So, I will say this though. Speaking of the Panthers, we'll dive into the Saints. We'll dive into the homecoming, the game I feel like I probably should have went to. But I will say this about the Panthers. Started 3-0. They're 3-0. They have a tough game, a real tough game against Cowboys coming up on Sunday, which is gross because you have to root for the Cowboys. But I appreciate that Dave Tepper and that staff. Do I believe that the Panthers are for real? Do I believe this is sustainable with Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
But they're 3-0. Their defense is just kind of like the Saints. Their defense is carry that team. Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. J.C. Horn goes on IR, may miss the season. But that, to me, in essence, was kind of like an all-in move, showing belief in your team.
Yeah, I like it.
As a fan, I appreciate. I remember a couple of seasons ago when it wasn't last season, it was 2 seasons ago when there was all this chatter that the Saints was going to try to trade for a wide receiver at the trade deadline, and they were trying to trade for Emmanuel Sanders when he was still with the Broncos, but he went to San Francisco instead. And it's just yeah, they were trying, but it's I think as a Saints fan, it's do this more, fix the offense, do this.
Try harder, shit. Damn. I love it. I love to see that, man. That's what you want. As a fan, fuck all this. Oh, I'm the smartest guy in the room. I know how to manipulate the draft picks, and I apply analytical values to the. Fuck all that, man. Fans want their team to get better, bro.
That's it.
Straight up, man. Straight up. And, if it's the right pick, nobody really gives a shit how much it costs. You know what I'm saying? If it's, trades and all that shit, nobody gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Graham trade, if Stephon Anthony would have turned out to be an all-pro linebacker, and then you had Unger who played well for us for a couple of years.
He did.
it'd have been, we'd have been fine with that. We'd have been fine with that. But, it turned out just, I mean, still Saints kind of won the trade, but still kind of lost it at the same time.
Bro,
you lost Jimmy Graham,
Bro, when you missed that badly on Steph, when
Mike Triplett dropped that article this past week, I was like, damn, bro. It's something I always wanted to know how Jimmy Graham feel about that shit. And he knows, bro, like he didn't do it because he didn't trade himself, but that move cost himself probably a Hall of Fame yellow jacket, bro.
How crazy is that, man? How crazy is that?
Because he was on that trajectory, man. And I know people say, "Oh, he was having alligator arms, this and that." Man, look, Jimmy would have came back around, bro.
I mean, I remember when that tight end debate, it was Gronk and Jimmy, and that was it. Mm-hmm. That was it. Like I remember that. I remember like one game where like it was like the touchdown records for tight ends or something, and they like kept going back and forth.
Yeah, it was back and forth, man.
Like on a Sunday, like I think people maybe how Jimmy acted after the trade, or maybe it was his personality. People undervalue and underestimate how dominant of a player he was. He was so dominant that the Tampa Bay Bucks drafted Mark Barron. Like their draft strategy was our top 10 pick has to slow this player down for the Saints.
Right.
Like think about conceptually, just think about that, bro. Like
that's the type of player he was, man. He completely affected the defense. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those players that, the defense coordinator comes in on Monday is like, okay, what are we going to do to stop Jimmy Graham? Like, you rarely get those type of players, but that's what he was.
He demanded so much attention. The Saints just beat the Patriots that when the Saints played the Patriots, Bill Belichick put to keep Talib on Jimmy Graham, bro. His best cover corner.
Yeah. And that was a huge pivot point in Jimmy Graham's career. I felt like because remember he was like on like this 5-game, 100-yard per game streak. He was just looking like just dominant. And then that happened, and then things just kind of not fell apart, but it just wasn't the same. And the year after that, things were kind of milquetoast, and then the whole contract thing. So it was a weird career, but man, he had like if you go look at his touchdowns, like something like 70% of his touchdowns, career touchdowns, were with the Saints, and he hadn't been with the Saints for like 6-7 years, bro.
That's crazy. Second, the Bears might be so bad, and that offensive line might be so bad. I don't know, man. Maybe Sean, for trade man. Call Ryan Pace up.
Mark Kenny Stills back, man.
Come on, let's get the band back together, bro. Will it be good? I don't know.
But that Stills trade absolutely proved to me that it was Drew Brees 100% did not want Stills on the team.
It was that interview where they brought up Kenny and Drew was just like, Kenny's
Troy Aikman always breaking the news. He was like, yeah, I've heard complaints, about Kenny Stills not running the right routes. I'm like, oh, okay. That only comes from one person right there.
Right? We're in Saints past. We gotta get to Saints future, Saints present. Homecoming, bruh. Sunday. Saints have been gone month plus due to Hurricane Ida. Didn't have a full Superdome last season because of COVID. So this Sunday, noon, it will be a packed Superdome. You have a 2-1 Saints team who is being driven by their defense, coming home, taking on the lowly 0-3 injury-plagued New York Giants. Bro, I don't know if we're going to get this, but I want 40.
Yeah, bro. I think everybody feel it, bro. Everybody feel it. I really don't know if it's going to be a disappointment if it doesn't happen. But everybody feel like we got to smoke these dudes. Like the Saints, it just feels like that time where the Saints need that type of game. Just that Timberland's right on the throat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't care. You're down, you're 0-3, you're going to be 0-4, and you're going to be wondering what the hell happened. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? I want questions about Daniel Jones after the game. I want John Mara on TV apologizing to fans, saying, we're going to figure this out. I want Joe Judge, whatever his name, on the hot seat. I want, what's the former Dallas head coach name?
Jason Garrett?
I want Jason Garrett being called into question by the job. I just want pure mayhem. Manish Mehta coming out the wilderness, dropping everybody. I just want just pure madness, bro. Like
Manish appearance, bro.
Man, I need him out shit, man. Like I know he did his little dirt or whatever. I hear all that, but I just want he could come from just a anonymous account, anything, man. I want such a bad beat down. I just want it to be historical. I don't even know why, because I don't have anything against the Giants at all. I don't care about them.
I think it's twofold, right? One, we kind of got that in week 1, right, against the Packers, but for it to be at home, real home, in the Superdome. I'll say this till I am dead. Until you experience that walk to the Superdome, and after a Saints win, that walk out of the Superdome, there is nothing like it. There is no feeling like it. Now, I haven't experienced walking out of the Superdome with the win in a while. But
I'll tell you, me neither.
But I just our people that we're a part of, us as fans, people who are going to the game. I think we want them to leave that Superdome feeling satisfied and happy.
It's feeling good, man.
Good.
I like it, bro.
There isn't.
Without me, man, I haven't lived there in 3 years now, but man, like when the Saints, after the Saints win a game, bro, I used to just leave, and just hit up the daiquiri shop.
You just take it in, bro. Like you just
take it in, man.
It's like a high. Like I can't unless you are ingrained in that culture. Like you can't explain it, man. You can't.
You can't, bro. And it's like the whole city is a football city. So strangers just like, who that? What's up? Just pointing at, it's just like, I don't even wear Saints gear like that. Everybody like, how about them boys? It's just a great feeling, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just like this camaraderie. I don't know, man. It's like, I love the city. When the Saints are winning, bro, like New Orleans is just like the best place, man.
The best. So that's part of it. Second part is X's and O's. Like the Saints should run them out the door. Like just from a purely football standpoint. So we started recording these episodes on Wednesday evening. So you guys, y'all can listen to it Thursday, Friday. We understand that once it kind of hits the weekend, not a lot of people listen to podcasts. So the downside of that is we only will have one injury report out when we record these preview shows. But the Giants, middle linebacker Blake Martinez out for a season, ACL, gone. Sterling Shepard didn't practice today. Got hurt in the game last week. Darius Slayton, deep threat, very underrated player, a player that I've wanted the Saints to trade for, got hurt in the game last Sunday as well, didn't practice today. They're probably trending that they may not play on Sunday. So you already have Saquon Barkley, who's coming back from ACL, who is still kind of seeing like he's putting things together. Kenny Golladay, who ran a pyramid scheme against the Giants. just a Ponzi scheme against that team.
Steven, bro. Steven.
Evan Ingram, who is by far the most overrated player in the entire NFL. Man. And Daniel Jones, who, while might not be as bad as Dwayne Haskins was, but ain't that fucking far off. But he's in New York and he's white, so he's going to get extra chances. Bruh, like, the way that, and this is, I don't want to be a negative Saints fan to be like, oh, this is perfect. This is the game that the Saints typically lose. I just, something about being at home, I can't see it happening. Would it shock me if it did happen? Absolutely not. But absolutely. They can't drop this one, bro. Not this one.
No. And it's going to be interesting, brother. I just can't see them not playing with that energy, bro. Like, if you just listen to the players, how happy they ought to be home, how happy Jameis is, and all the players are playing for the fans again. I just can't see it. Now, look, I mean, who knows, man? You know, maybe the Giants took up something, catch some sleep. The Giants' defense is not good, but it's not bad. It's not like a 32nd ranked, just terrible defense. Like they play tough. They make some plays. And I mean, honestly, our offense hadn't really showed much yet so far. But I do think I know this team, man. Like, the offense is going to cook this week. I don't know how it's going to look the rest of the season. I don't know where they're going to rank the rest of the season. But I know they are going to cook this week, man. Like, Sean Payton been hearing it, man. Come on, bro. We know Sean Payton, bro. He's been hearing about the pissy yards, and I know he's saying all the right things. He's like, oh, it's all about winning. Man, Sean Payton, he gonna put up some yards this week, bro. I don't know if it's gonna be passing, it's gonna be running the ball. I don't know.
I would say schematically, like, defensively, you brought up the Giants defense. I think I heard that they're like 18th overall in like DVOA, which is like, like you said, not a terrible defense, not a great defense. Last year, when I watched a lot of Giants games, I was like, God damn, like Joe Judge got them humming. Like, they were a good defense. This year they haven't got off to that start, but they do have strength cornerback wise. I know Adoree Jackson is a very streaky corner, like an extremely streaky corner. But they have Adoree Jackson, they have Logan Ryan, and they have I'm slipping his name. He was with the Panthers for the longest time. James Bradberry. Yeah, James Bradberry. Who had like almost like an all-pro type of season last year. And if I'm an offensive coach, I'm looking at that team, like, their secondary is the strength of their team, and our receivers kind of shitty boo-boo. Like, their middle linebacker went out. Like, man, I'm taking this offensive line. I'm saying, y'all, like, we gonna bully these boys.
Yeah, like,
we gonna bully. We gonna run. We gonna see if they can.
Vikings game Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying?
Just pure. I want that Buffalo Bills, 17 like type of game. Like, it sets up for it in theory. It should be there, but that's contingent on Ruiz playing well, which is a question mark. We may get Will Clapp back from IR, which in the grand scheme of things, you would think like, oh, like whatever, but like that might be a sneaky big thing that the offensive line needs with all the injuries that they're facing right now.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. And I think we're gonna see more out this past game than any other week this week, man. Like, I think you're gonna be in a dome, a good environment. The crowd noise, which has been kind of affecting the Saints, is going to help us because we're going to be able to, get the protections right. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So I think you're going to see a crisper pass game this week. And I think you're gonna see a crisper run game, man. So I would be blown away if they don't cook for this game, bro. Like I'll literally be blown away, man. Like I think you're gonna see, low key, bro. Harris has been the guy, man. Like,
yep, especially for Jameis.
For Jameis, man, it's like he just gets open. He's the one guy that's getting open. Callaway, hopefully he's coming on. Bro, I'm tweaking for Tre'Quan to come back at this point, bro.
Ooh, you know shit bad then.
I'm like, man, we need Tre'Quan catch touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, touchdown Tre'Quan, man, I don't want to hear it, bro.
Sad times right now, bro. Sad times. Man. I brought it up with Will Clapp. It'd be interesting to see what they do to the offensive line.
Yeah. No, it is.
Will Clapp got hurt, but before he got hurt, Ruiz was just right guard. He didn't take any center snaps like we've talked about numerous on this podcast. The person that was backing up Eric McCoy at center was Will Clapp. I know they signed Austin Ritter, but like I don't know, because if you go back and look at that Patriots game, like Ruiz, the same shit he struggled with as a rookie, and everyone was capping and saying, "Oh, he's playing out of position. Oh, he was in position. He's gonna be fine." He was at his position last Sunday. Did not look good, bro.
It was bad, man. It's like, look, it's like a bad pick right there. But yeah, if it's Will Clapp, put him in there, man. If he's healthy, if he's ready to go. And
that's going to be crucial, because as we're talking about this defense, one of the stars in the Giants defense is Leonard Williams.
Yeah. And he corrected players, man. And the way Ruiz was getting beat, it was like some fancy stunt. It was
it was
just getting like,
it was off the snap.
Yeah, just like come on now.
Exactly how he was getting beat as a guard, bro, in his rookie season.
Oh my God.
Eric McCoy, what do you need? Like, do you need another calf? Like,
yeah. And then Teron is gonna be out. Put him in a hearse was looking good, but we'll see. But look, the Giants don't really have like a this ferocious pass rush. But we've seen, like, if things go wrong with communications, it really doesn't matter.
Yes. But offensively, if Sean makes this an AK game, because like linebacker wise, I'm like, I don't even like who would try to line. If I'm Joe Judd, the only player I could see them trying to match up with AK is like Jabril Peppers. Like, are we serious? Like, that's stealing.
Smoke him.
Like, that is stealing. So I need Sean to just, if it's going to be like Jameis is going to throw 20 and that's it, like, that's cool. But like, and I appreciated the game plan from last Sunday, because we got on this pod after that Panthers game. We were just like, man, I just came out first 3 plays with pass, and I was like, all right, here we go. So I just want him to keep that consistency as a play caller. And, we are seeing a lot of AK usage in terms of the number of touches that he's getting, especially like the rush attempts. So I do wonder, will they start utilizing Tony Jones Jr., a little more, maybe take the load off of AK. But if there's any game that the Saints skill position players need to like show up, like, it needs to be this one. Like, these next 2 games against the Giants and against a very porous Washington defense, which is actually, their defense is worse than the Giants. Like, our skill position players, they need to make some noise these next 2 games, bro. Because if not, like, I'm just jumping off the boat, bro. Like, I can't deal with them no more.
You get another week with Kenny Stills, hopefully he gets integrated better. Jawan Johnson, he had some misplays this past week, so hopefully he can clean those up. So look, I mean, I'm not gonna say it can only go up, but there's plenty of room to go up for the offense. So hopefully it's just a little better, bro. Like, because it just can't get no worse, right? I mean, come on now. I mean, it is.
Don't say that out loud, bro. Don't put that in the fucking universe, bro. Don't want it.
And as far as the plan, it's like, they had a very conservative plan this past week, which was understandable. But this week, man, let Jameis sling that thing, man. Like, tell Jameis go sling it. Tell him go sling it, bro. Because some people say, like, in the second half when it looked like he just wouldn't let it loose, maybe he was just, trying to be extra conservative. After the Sean gave him that cold stare after the touchdown, and, all the talk that week about the turnover ratio and all that stuff, New England's record with turnovers, it's got to look gunshot. I'm saying, man, let him sling that thing this week, man. You're in the dome, sling that thing. We've seen him slinging in the dome before. Like, man, go ahead, man. Let's go.
Bro, those slow and steady strokes get you to the end. Just the same, bro.
Man, sling that sucker, man.
Let's flip it around. Let's talk about when the Giants have the football. My biggest worry, it's going to sound dumb, but my biggest worry when the Giants have the football is that Dennis Allen plays so much man coverage.
Mm-hmm. I know where you're going with that.
And one of the best, like the only saving grace of the Giants offense right now, bro, is Daniel Jones running the ball.
I'm telling you, man, that boy can run, man.
So if you play man coverage, and I'm pretty sure if you watch football, maybe you get it or understand it. But if you don't, the Saints primarily play man coverage, man-to-man defense. Our cornerback is better than your wide receiver, and he won't allow a pass. Well, generally when that happens, when they're down the field, their backs are turned to the play. Like their backs are not towards the quarterback. Their backs are, on the wide receiver. So when that happens, when the defenders are back to the quarterback, there usually naturally allows a lot of opportunities for mobile quarterbacks to be able to rush and get yards and sometimes get a lot of yards and break out a lot of quarterback scrambles for very long gains. Because of how the Saints play defense, that is a very huge concern that I have going into this game.
Yes, absolutely.
Huge.
Absolutely. But
I don't know who's calling it. I don't know who's announcing the game, but I can hear right now, like, Daniel Jones breaks off a 30, 40-yard run, and they're like, oh, if you see the Saints defender, his back is turned. He doesn't see, like, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. And I'll guarantee he's going to break at least one.
Yes.
He's going to break at least one, man, because I just know how this defense works. They're going to blanket coverage. The D linemen are going to just run past Dave Jones. It's just going to be gaping field right in front of him, and he's going to break out and have a nice run. So, look, I mean, you if you got to accept it, I'm willing to accept a little bit. And just don't let them go off, man. Don't let them get in the end zone. Don't let them keep, drives like third down. Don't let them convert those. Just kind of pick your poison and try to match up where you can.
Yeah, and I think the good thing, and I saw DA use this plan a lot against Jacksonville when we went against Gardner Minshew, is they didn't do like a standard, up the field rush. They did like a mush rush.
The mush rush. Yeah. Mush rush.
Where, there's not really, when a defensive line does a mush rush, which, to kind of explain to the listeners, a regular rush is typically the defender, especially like the edge rushers, are trying to get up the field to the quarterback. Well, when you do that, it creates like a natural lane when it opens sometimes for the quarterback to get through, to scramble. When a defensive line, the game plan is to do a mush rush, it's less rushing up the field. It's more kind of keeping it kind of in front of you, that in case the quarterback does break contain, he doesn't have anywhere to go. But it's going to be in the dome. I think Diego gonna call up blitzes out the ass.
Yes.
The Giants' offensive line, ungood. Andrew Thomas, who they drafted top 3 last season, like super high, has been a colossal disappointment at left tackle. Like who first? Cam Jordan. Like they got like this should be a game, and we say this all fucking time, but like they should feast, bruh.
Feast, man. And we know Daniel Jones loves giving up the football. He will fumble his ass off.
Oh, bruh.
So you got to brain, you got to hit him, man. Like, and Saints got 6 interceptions so far this season.
That's wild,
so
man.
I think it's like it's not 1, it's 2 in the league, like second in the league in interceptions. I don't know how we look on fumbles, but the Saints look like they got that. Turner was, how it is, man. It just kind of comes. Yes. You get that itch. So if they have that itch right now, man, let's go, man. Because like the Saints, like Malcolm Jenkins caught a tip ball and ran it in for a pick 6. Like I don't remember the last time that it just doesn't happen, man. Those Johnny on the spot, you don't ever get those Johnny on the spot interceptions, man, ever. Like it's always just bouncing on the ground. I'm like, damn. But it will always happen to us. Like Drew Brees used to get those all the time.
all the time, bro.
All the time, man. So that's like, okay, maybe the ball kind of bouncing out way this year. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see. But so far, so good. Saquon obviously, can be a weapon, but he's looked kind of, some people saying like he's not even ready to play yet, or he's getting out to play speed. Something that Saquon has done in his career, even going back to Penn State, is he will give up a lot of yards trying to break a very long run. And our defense is extremely fast. I wouldn't be surprised if, there's a lot of tackles for losses. And he was one of my draft bays. I kind of worried a little bit that, maybe Marshawn wouldn't be up for this game, with the Giants missing so many receivers, but I would expect Kenny Golladay to play, and I would expect Marshawn to be matched up on Kenny most of the game. But it's going to be a matchup that I'm interested to see. Came out this weekend that Kadarius Toney, who's had like a dreadful start to his career as a Giant, but also was like in a terrible position too. Like it's whatever. Is expected to potentially play the slot this Sunday.
Interesting.
So they may move Toney around. Toney on CD Deuce, like two Florida guys going at it. Be interesting to see. But and just when you look at this matchup, like our defense, if they continue to play how they have been, should dominate the Giants' offense, bro.
Yes, absolutely.
And the dome should be rocking. I want to see false starts. I want to see illegal shifts. I want to see Daniel Jones having to call timeout because he can't hear. I want it all, bro. I want it all.
Yes. We need it, bro. And look, Sean Payton usually cooks in October. That's usually his month to cook. I mean, he's not undefeated in October, but it's damn near undefeated. And I know all that was with Drew Brees. So, we'll see. We'll see if that can continue. But he usually gets a good beat on what his team is, what the talent is, around after week 3. So I think this is like a prime chance. And it just reminded me like 2009. I know the Giants aren't undefeated now, but they were undefeated coming into the Dome. And, the Saints had some tough wins against like the Bills and the Jets. No, in 2009. Bills.
Oh, 9. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
And it just, man, Giants came in there unbeaten. Man, Drew Brees and the Saints put smoke on it, boy.
Smoked him, bro.
Woo!
Smoked him, bro.
That's what I need. I need that. I know the Giants ain't the Giants are winless. And so it's not like you're going to get any kind of rewards for beating down a bad team, but I don't care. I don't
stack
care.
these wins, bro. Like we said, if the Saints could be 4-1 going into the bye, getting healthy.
You can't ask for more than that, man. You can't.
You can't, bro. You can't. Because keep in mind, in grand scheme of things, coming out the bye, you might get 2 firsts for 2 games. Might get Eric McCoy back. And we keep talking about how bad the offense is. I think the offense might look like better when you have an all-pro added to the offense whenever he comes back. And it's crazy because he's been gone for so long. And I know he played last year, but it's just weird because it feels like he's not part of the team anymore. It's
crazy, man.
Isn't it? You're like, oh yeah, we kind of have Michael Thomas on the team, huh? Oh, forgot about that.
I mean, the dude caught 149 passes in 2019, bro. How crazy is that?
But you know how the NFL is, bro. It's like if you're not in that spotlight, even as fans, we're diehard Saints fans, right? But Mike Thomas, it's
like the last time we seen him, he's struggling against
Carlton Davis, bro.
Carlton Davis and shit. Carlton Davis locking him down. It's like
calling him Slap Boy. That's our last memories of him. So I know we talk about, how shitty boo-boo the offense is and everything like that. But that's why I think this game against the Giants is so important to start building momentum. You have a home game, a true home game. It's going to be, electric. They gotta seize this energy and seize this opportunity. Is there anything that you're looking for, particularly when the Giants are on offense?
It's really nothing, bro. I was just thinking, Jason Garrett, man, he has not done a good job of utilizing the strength of the offense. And, obviously that's Saquon Barkley. And just getting Daniel Jones, finding a way to get him in rhythm. I hadn't seen it, bro. So no, I'm just not worried about this. I'm not worried about this Giants offense, man. I'm not trying to sound like this Homer Saints fan. I know good defense, bro. I know good defense when I see it. Saints got a good defense, man.
They do, bro.
They got a good defense. I'm just not worried.
Bro, and I say this without hyperbole, and I tried to tell this to Greg after week 1, and he was like, "Ah." It's truly one of the best in the NFL, and I say that as a person who is a Saints fan, but that objectively can say this is one of the best defenses when healthy in the NFL.
I can absolutely say that.
It is that talented. Easy.
That talented. Now, I do want to see them go against a really good offense. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I know they're Green Bay. That's one. That's one. I can't discount that. That's one. But I do want to see them go up against another good offense. Probably won't really see that until we play Tampa Bay again.
Yep.
But we've seen what they can do. Yeah, we've seen what they can do against Tampa Bay, which is really good. So, yeah, bro. It's just a good damn defense, man. It's not a schemy defense.
No, bro, it's not, bro. It's our dogs are better than your dogs, and when the defense has that mentality, bro, that's hard to. Yeah. You add that mentality and that mindset with scheme, that's tough to beat, bro.
They just got to stay healthy, though. Got to stay healthy. We saw just with Lattimore and CeeDee Deuce, just those two players, man, they're worth about 13 points.
Which is crazy, but even with them missing, the defense still played pretty well.
They pretty well, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Which is crazy.
Really well. Which dropped them to a mid, they were a top 15 ranked defense without them. But with them, it's a nasty defense.
So Giants on Sunday. After that is football team, the bye, and then we get at Seattle, which in theory you would think it's a good offense, but they have been they start off hot, the game's hot, and then they just go missing, bro.
Yeah, no, they have issues.
And then, like you said, Halloween game. The Bucks.
Circling on the calendar, man.
Circling on the calendar. I think, did I have anything else about the Giants game? Like, I don't think I did. Oh, I did have one little thing. It will be interesting to see, speaking of the defense, it'll be interesting to see if your boy, Pete Werner, is utilized more, next to DeMario. I will say the most surprising thing of the entire season thus far has been the Kaden Elliss renaissance.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
look, he was good. He was always good. He just got hurt. So just seeing how he plays in regular season, man, he's a good linebacker, bro.
We have a type, white and fast, but
hey,
shit, it's working. But I am interested to see if Pete Werner gets more snaps. I think we pretty much saw the end of the bonfire last game, bro. Like it was,
man,
it was pissed on, bro.
Oh man.
Which sucks too because it's like I said on this pod, like I don't hold that against him. Like our pass rush is still lacking at some point. Sometimes I'm just like, can y'all just let him on the field and just go get the that's it. Let them rush. 15 snaps a game. I don't know. That's a whole desire.
He'll probably do better than Granderson because Granderson been looking Big Creek looking like big shits.
And then I tweeted this, but what is Adam Troutman?
I don't
know, bro. I don't know either. It's also like I tweeted, bro, that in some of this podcast, that last year's draft class looked real shitty boo-boo right now, bro.
Shitty boo-boo.
However, I do have an announcement to make. At least one half of hashtag Saints Twitter podcast will be going to New Orleans and to the Superdome this season. Hopefully Ryan will join me, but I am not picking him up. But first Falcons game, bro. First weekend in November. Falcons looking real shitty right now.
Arthur Smith, play hard though.
They will. Arthur Smith
play the face hard.
Always, bro. You know Kyle Pitts gonna have a lackluster rookie season all. But when I'm in that stadium, he'll go for 150 and 2 touchdowns, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, what a curse. But we haven't worked out anything yet. I will be at the first Falcons game, played in New Orleans. I believe it's like the first weekend of November. So I'll be there. I will figure something out. Hopefully me and Ryan can meet up. We'll have to see what world we were living in November. If things go well, we might try to do a little live podcast at Crave or something. Do something for sure for all our Patreons who are in the area. Get together, do something like that. But yeah, man, I'm going to again. I don't think I've been to a Saints game since the game we went to. I think it was the Tampa Bay game was the last Saints game.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which feels fucking forever ago. So that was the Fitz Magic game. So that's exciting. And yeah, man. So I hope after Sunday, I'm feeling relaxed. We get on here, record a hyped 3-1 win podcast, and go from there. But we shall see. Like you know, it's never going to be easy. So we shall see.
We gonna see.
So with that, hope you enjoyed the preview pod. We will be back Sunday night, wrapping up recording the recap pod of the game for all our Patreons. The recap pod will be going up and being posted to the Patreon Sunday night. everyone else, it will get released to the public Monday morning. That's what we're doing for all the people who are supporting us. With that, we're out.
Peace.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.